Ranch rodeo's over. It's always fun to go to a ranch rodeo. It's one of Amy's and my favorite events because you see so many different aspects of ranching in a ranch rodeo. You know, team roping and bronc riding and bareback riding and bull riding, all that stuff's fun. But when you come to a ranch rodeo, you see guys that can accelerate in every event. And today it was Team Hobby Ranch.
Hobby Ranch.
I don't know how they came up with the name Hobby Ranch, because in just a second I'm going to show you. I call him the team captain. I think he put the team together. So it was you. I'll tell you who it is here in a minute. And Ty Romo, Raleigh Ben,
Seth Hall.
and Seth Hall. All those guys handy, along with this guy right here, Derek Begay. So I was impressed yesterday. Derek was over here picking up and helping out, and he went home. And we went over here where he was eating and ate the same place, and he had a trailer that was pretty cool that he made. And you got to put a coat of paint on that trailer, man, and showcase it.
Need to, huh?
Yeah, it's a nice trailer. So today, I told Amy, I said, when Derek rolls back in here, I'm gonna video his trailer and show what he built. But he didn't. He tricked me. He didn't even bring the trailer.
Yeah, I would have if I known.
Well, but you brought something about as handy. Did you build that too?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go look at it. Because it's not every day that you see this. But when you come to a ranch rodeo, you got to kind of do it the way the ranchers do. And back in the day, they used to haul out in a little bobtail truck, find a bump, back it off in there, jump their horse in or out. Maybe if they was real fancy, they build a ramp. And this is what Derek called here in today. Hey, will every horse you have load in this?
My ranch horse, yeah.
Your ranch horses will?
Yeah.
Hey, stay up in there. Got the good old secure gate right there. That's the tie string. Hey, does that ramp ever try to come out? Lock it in?
Yep, it's good to go.
So you built that?
Yes, sir.
As well. Hey, so when I was young, I hauled a little bit in a pickup and a stock rack. And I don't know, there's just things you can do with a rig like this, ranching, that you can't really do with a trailer, right?
Yeah, just places to get around a little faster, and you don't got to hook up or unhook, and it's less tires, and when all the weight's on the tires, you're really not pulling nothing, so get around those bad places is a lot easier.
How long ago did you build that?
Probably a year and a half ago. So I mean, it's all rusted, it looks old, but
I was gonna say, it's got the same paint job as the trailer had.
yeah, it's actually pretty new, but it looks old.
Do you like the old look? Kind of.
Well, I mean, I just can never really get them finished, you know.
Yeah, start using them, huh?
I kind of like to use them and see if something breaks or I need to fix some or change some. So I kind of use them first, and then hopefully someday I'll get a patent.
How about show us up here on the front, on the sides. When you're ranching like these guys, a lot of times you need dogs to help you, and these are dog boxes, right?
Yes, sir.
Or throw bridles in, or leggings, or whatever, huh? That's so you can separate dogs, right?
Yeah, you need to put a saddle or something on that side. You can't.
Yeah. So right here, you can load dogs from the inside of the truck as well.
Yeah.
Or let them out right there.
Yeah, that way you don't have to pick them up or let them out. Let them
Yeah.
come down.
Did you follow somebody's design on that, or is that all your own design?
It's all my own design. It's all my own design. That's what I wanted. I drew it out on the paper one day, sitting at a restaurant eating dinner. I was thinking, man, you know what? I always wanted a stock rack. always wanted one, but I got to thinking about just trying to find an old one I could fix up, or just find a flatbed I could build off of. But the tricky part about it is the dog boxes and having a ramp. Anybody can have a stock rack, but it's having dog boxes and not ramp. That's the tricky part of it. Some you got to lift up, but they're really heavy, and most places cowboys just back off the ditch and jump off. But
Yeah, but you might pull into a place like this. No, I mean, you could find a dip, but it might be, you know, half a mile from where you need to be.
yeah, so the ramp part was I had to redo the whole bottom and start from scratch. So
Hey, so what about like up here in the top? Is that a separate compartment up there? Like you could haul 2 or 3 bales of hay, or can horses get to it while they're in there?
they can get to it while they're in there. You could put hay, or
You could throw your bedroll
or,
up there,
yeah,
tie it
whatever.
down, whatever, huh?
And I got a toolbox you can put in there and take out of there. Just whatever you need. Seems like you're always hauling. You're always gonna haul something out.
Yeah. Have you ever had to load cattle into that?
Yeah.
Like out in the country?
Well, not dragging them.
A little
in.
tough. I mean, you can't go up the ramp, but I guess you could find a dip then, huh?
Well, I found a dip one time, but most of the time I haul cattle and I use a load chute.
Yeah, cool. Okay, there you go. That's kind of like back in the days of yesteryear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody used to haul like that.
I don't know why it's not more common. I mean, it's way easier. I don't know. I like it. It's mine. I guess it's the only thing I like about it. It's mine.
It's yours.
And paid for.
And there's nothing owed on it, right?
Yep. No
And-
payment. That's a good thing about
And
it.
I like the big light up there on the top. Place to tie up to. Self-cleaning right here.
They don't like that in California.
Yeah, they don't like that. Dog box doors on both sides. Pretty nice. Well, it was a good weekend. While we were at the ranch rodeo, we got 1.5 inches of rain in some places here on our desert. Other places we got like 3/4 of an inch. I don't think there's any place that got less than 3/4 of an inch. There's water standing everywhere. In fact, I started to drive down this road right here behind me, and it got pretty soft up there, so I'm gonna unload this 4-wheeler right here, and I'm just gonna go looking around at some cattle, just looking through some cattle today. I am headed home today. We're gonna see Skylar and Cassie and Casey J and RL at our house tomorrow. That's gonna be a lot of fun. So I am going home a little bit later on. Amy has already left and she's headed home. But I'm gonna spend the day down here looking around on the desert. So I'll take you along. We'll go see some grass, we'll go see some cattle, we'll go see some water, and hopefully we won't find any problems. Here's the first little set of cattle that I run up on. I like the fact that they're gentle enough that even that one laying down right there doesn't get up. Even though he's branded on the wrong side. He's one of the first steers that we got here because the first load came and they were custom branded by somebody else. And they got branded on the wrong side, which isn't going to be a big deal, but it is going to be a little bit of a chore reading that brand. They process a lot of cattle where they process this steer, and I'm sure they don't remember every detail as the brands, but anyway, these cattle are doing good. You'd maybe be a little worried about that steer still laying down, but as you can see, he's been licking his coat. He's laying there chewing his cud. He's just being lazy this morning. His little buddy right there is branded on the wrong side as well, the one standing right there. Okay, let's go look at some more. There's cattle in this little trap as well. I see a couple of them right off over here. They're laying down. When you see cattle laying down this time of morning, that's a good sign. That means they've filled up and they're taking them a little rest mid-morning. There's water everywhere, which is good. They don't have to go too far to get a drink right now. And this road that I'm on, there's some washes that run across it, and the flood control, they maintain this road right here, but they're gonna have to come back in here with a blade or a cat or something and push these draws back in. This road's washed out several places. My battery's dead on this four-wheeler. We have to start it the old-fashioned way. Hey, he's being a little bit wily, but right out through there, there's a coyote. That he's eating on a dead steer, maybe, that is around here somewhere. Which, you know, that's just the cycle of nature, but there's another one right there. There might be a dead steer over here. I was hoping he'd take off out in the open. Because if I could get him in a little flat piece of country, I could probably catch up to him. I'm gonna look around right over here and see if we have a steer dead that they're eating on. I don't smell anything. I think those dogs were just hanging out over here. These cattle are doing good. These old steers are pretty curious. These cattle right here saw me and came running up. Let's see how close we can get them. Watch this. actually thought they'd come a little closer to me. I wasn't trying to scare them off, I was just getting up. If we had time, I'd lay here, they'd come back. While we're stopped, let's look at some feed. There's a lot of 6 weeks grass growing here. There's a lot of fillery this year. Last year we had more Indian wheat than we had fillery. This year we have a lot of fillery. There's not a whole lot of fillery right here, but there is a little bit. Let me see if I can find a pretty good stand of it and I'll show you some fillery. This right here is called Malba. That's a Malba weed right there. I think cattle will eat it pretty good, but they prefer some other type feed. Let's see, fillery. I see some, but it's all little stuff. There's been some pretty big patches of it. Huh. We may have to go to a different place. Here we go. Okay, this is fillery right here. All of this, all of that, that's fillery. It's a legume like an alfalfa plant is, and it puts down a taproot. So it really flourishes and has a good root source. Anyway, that's a good patch of it right there. This warm weather is going to really grow that fillery up. Cattle do really good on that. It's tender, it's soft, it's got a lot of protein in it. That makes me want to eat some of that. Let's try it. It's not bad. It's not bitter. Tastes pretty good. I might have shown you this last year, but I'm going to show you something that's pretty sickening. And that is, we had some people that were camped out here on our desert, and you can see what they left. They left here last year when it got hot, packed up and pulled out of here, but they really didn't pack much because they left it all laying here. All of their trash, their tarps, their fire ring. Here's some food. All kinds of bottles and books and cans and bags and bed rolls. I would really like to run across them again. Maybe they're at another place camped out for the spring down here. If I find them, I'm sending them over here to pick all this stuff up. That's what I'm doing. Look, you leave that and then you go out here and look at how pretty it is out here. And all they did was trashed the little piece of ground right there that they camped on. Maybe one of these days I'll have to come over here with a pickup and pick all that stuff up and haul it to a dumpster. That'd take a while, to say the least. I have not been home for a couple of days, so I'm excited to head up the mountain. I'm gonna go home for a day and then be back down here on the desert about 2 days from now. So come on, let's go. We had a good day today looking through cattle. I'll be home in about 3 hours. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Flake out.